done a lot of deer hunting, and always had wanted to go elk hunting and get a nice bull elk. Finally, probably with a little encouragement from my son, we decided to book a trip. We worked through Hosted Hunts, a guy by the name of Conway Marvin, who we met at the SCI convention in Reno, and just hooked up with him and did a good job kind of informing us of options and presenting us with various opportunities. You know, we knew we were going to see bulls and we were going to have a good opportunity to knock one down.
He told us this is a place you're going to see a lot of animals, have a good opportunity to shoot a bull. We didn't have to do much because Hosted Hunts took care of that for us.
Prime time, so here we go. We went in and got in actually into a blind and hopped up into it. We were up in there, and I tell you what, it was just like the entire morning. It was immediate. And we started seeing animals, and we were looking down over a huge alfalfa field. My guide said, time to move, hopped out of the blind, and we skirted down the tree line for probably 100 or 150 yards. Started to set up, and about that time, Matt says, here comes the herd. And you look out there, and there's just a slew of elk. Matt picked out the bull elk that I was going to take, and this is all happening right now. It's just immediate, and you're nervous because it's, you know, for me, my first elk hunt, and you know, it's the opener and the excitement of it is all coming to fruition, and here you are. It's a great first elk, so I'm thrilled. Matt Chavez here.
Yes, sir.
And I'd like to thank Conway Marvin at Hosted Hunts for setting us up with the excursion here, and certainly a lifetime experience. So pretty thrilling, and got it early, so got to figure out what I'm going to do for the next 4 days now. But hopefully my son Cutler will be successful early on, and we'll go home with a double.
So when my dad shot the bull, I was with my guide, and we kind of looked at each other and we thought we knew where the shot was coming from. We had a good idea. We knew where my dad was going to set up, and we knew he was going to be in a good spot. So we kind of looked at each other and both kind of were like, well, I think my dad just put down a bull, and it was, like I said, it was about 10 minutes after shooting light. So we knew he got a good one. We felt like he got a good one. You know, I wanted to go over there and be with him and check it out. It was his first big elk, and you know, I wasn't able to get over there right away because we were you know, trying to trace down all the bugles that we're listening to. But we got over there in the next hour or so, checked it out, saw the elk, and I mean, it was a great experience. So when the animals started making the cut, we had somebody else was down in a lower part of the field that we had been hunting, and I think that once that elk there was another elk in the field. Once that elk got shot, we saw the herd bust loose. My guide and I, we had our binoculars on them. I mean, we were set up for probably 20 minutes waiting for these things to kind of filter through, and we finally, you know, they finally broke loose. We saw the big herd bull coming through, and then they kind of dropped out of sight when they came, you know, crossing into our field. So we got on our horse, sprinted over to the edge where we thought they were going to cut up.
You see where those customers? I see the bull. I can't do a broadside shot though.
Nailed him.
I did?
Yes, he got him, huh?
Went up to go track him down about 5 minutes later, and couldn't find him. Couldn't find any blood, couldn't find any peel out, couldn't find anything. We thought that we hit them pretty good, so we had some footage of that. Luckily, kind of part of the Relive It experience is, that you have someone on your hip kind of telling you, go here or shoot here or whatever you need to do. So we searched for about 2 hours, I would say, pretty hard trying to find them. Everyone was involved in that. Some other folks from the outfit here came on over to help out with that, and couldn't find them. We ended up not seeing them that evening, so we went home. Spirits were low, but everyone was going back and forth, kind of bantering, no, you hit them here, no, you hit them there. But we had the camera. We knew we hit them. So. Woke up in the morning, got out to a spot that we could see a lot of animals. One of the guides called us that was out there in the field, and he found the bull. It was down. This thing was buried in a hole in a ravine that we had not been down. So it kind of goes to show that a lot of different eyes and ears out there in the field. They were hunting another bull and came across mine, 500,000 yards away from where we shot it. So it had moved, but it looked like it had died that day, and we actually had a good shot on it, so it looked like it was a pretty clean, ethical kill. So we were excited about that as well. And at the end of the day, we were successful. So my dad and I both got 6x6 bulls, and can't complain about that. It's special to spend the time with your father. Like you said, we spend a lot of time together. We work together. We live in the same city. But at the end of the day, this is something completely different. This is a completely unique experience, whether you're hunting in New Mexico or Montana or Wyoming, wherever you are. Just creating a new memory that you're doing together. Something that you can look back on and say, man, you remember when you shot that 6x6 in New Mexico on, 10 minutes after shooting light, and smoked them on the first try. I don't know if that's the truth, but maybe the second try. So I think that it was, it was special to be able to do it together, and I wouldn't want to do it with anybody else.